Hey, we didn't have an intro screen this time. We're going to jump to it though. Welcome to our Sunday live stream with Tony and Raina of Three Tone Digital.
Happy Sunday, everyone.
Happy Sunday and happy Social Media Day. We'll be back in about 30 seconds with our live stream. So I hope you stick in with us. And as always, like, share, comment, and we appreciate it. Four, three, two, one, and let me turn off this music. This music is actually, do you know what it is? Can you hear it?
I can barely hear it.
It's Mariah Carey.
Oh, it is?
Beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah, because you're beautiful.
Oh.
And social media, it promotes that whole beauty. So today we have Social Media Day. It's not an official Three Tone Digital because it's a weekend, so we take it easy on the tech talk and the web design, web development stuff, and we just talk about national days or what's going on in our lives.
Yeah.
And today is
Keep it light on the holidays or the weekends.
Yeah, holiday and happy holiday.
The weekends are the holidays for us.
Yeah. And Social Media Day is a holiday, really, because we are on social media. Our life somewhat revolves around somewhat social media, right? It's kind of taken over our lives, whether for good or for bad. And we're all in this together.
Yeah, and it's a unique time, really, compared to how we grew up, where social media just came about. I remember in college is when 2004 was when I first had my first Facebook page. And that's when it really started. Everyone had it. All the college students, and it was a college thing at that time.
Yeah, wasn't it? I just turned off. Where am I? Wasn't it only allowed for people in colleges? Like you had to have.
I do remember something about that, but I do remember it was like I looked at it as college student thing. And then obviously today we see everyone's on it, everyone's using it. People are finding ways to connect on there and use it as a communication for their family, friends, point of views, things like that. And really how I'm seeing the difference is the young kids are on it a lot earlier. They're not supposed to be, but they are under 13. Like people have their own accounts. So
yeah, that's true. I mean, it obviously has changed over the years with now it's more instant, like TikTok, especially with the phones. You scroll up and you see the next thing. It wasn't always like that. You obviously scrolled, but it wasn't the same instant gratification. Let's just share this tab here about.
Yeah, but we're going to focus more on social media for business because as much as it's a social thing and we're all on it for social and business, it is important to be present on it as a business.
Yeah, it definitely is. One of the first things I check, I think I said this on a previous live stream, but if I'm looking at a company, maybe it's a little pretentious of me, I guess, but I'll go to see if they have a social media presence. If we're looking for even, it's kind of silly, like an electrician, I'll be like, are they on social media? Because if they are not, I don't know, it just makes me believe that they don't take their business seriously. Not that social media is the end all be all, but I think you honestly have to stay relevant and awake on social media, or we don't know. People that are just looking for you don't know if you've been in business for a month or you don't care about it and you've been in business for 20 years, and you just let it lapse and you're just out there
working. Yeah. And I see the other side of it too. I don't look at it that way when I go on a social media page. It depends on what it is. Because I understand too, like businesses, they don't really have the time to dedicate to these channels and might be just in the weeds. So, but it is a good thing to be able to let your audience know what you're working on, what you're doing, and making sure to update it. And I pay attention to the Google reviews really more so than Facebook, but that is another thing that people can do is look at your credibility, look at the comments and things like that on your social channels. So
Yeah, we stay relevant on Facebook, but it is kind of a dying social media network, I believe.
for
As all,
certain businesses, I agree with that.
yeah, I think it's really good for community, local groups and stuff. But let's just talk about the earliest of. Raina doesn't remember Friendster. It might have been right before, obviously, MySpace came along and took the crown because that was really the king of social media for a while, right? Everybody on MySpace. If you remember, you could edit your profile, even the HTML of your profile, to get different designs. Remember that? That's kind of what taught everybody HTML. And I think you had to do inline CSS. So you could say font color red or whatever on things or blocks even. Some of it was restrictive though. You couldn't do everything because they wanted to protect themselves against people embedding scripts and stuff like that. So you couldn't do everything, but they did let you do a lot. Friendster looks like they're coming back. Looks like they're gathering emails. I don't know, 2023.
Yeah, and I'm not familiar with Friendster. I've never even heard of it.
Really, it was pretty. It was.
It sounds a little familiar, but nothing. During the time that, even before I came on Facebook, I heard about MySpace, but everyone had a MySpace account. I just remember always being in like dark mode and like featured for musicians.
Yeah, it seems like that's really where it went to. I'm not logged in here. I do have an account still, I believe, but like Radiohead, I see Korn on here. It looks like there are some artists that they've always had this image. See how this image?
What's this broken?
I don't know. It's like the website itself has been broken for years, even though it looks like it's still managed. Like people are still in there, but every time you click through stuff, there's broken images. See, like this. It's crazy. I don't know. MySpace, do you need help? Contact us. 3-Ton Digital or your web team now. I miss MySpace.
What's their website on? Why don't you look? Is it? What are they using?
What did you use? BuiltWith?
Or you can check the inspector.
Oh yeah, you did that fancy. Raina's been coming up with these fancy. What was it? Network?
No, sources, and then
inside here.
Yeah, and W is there.
Oh well, yeah, it's not WordPress, so all you can see is there. It looks like this will only show up if their public folders are like HT accessed or something.
Oh, okay.
I believe.
Oh, not looks like a custom framework.
Yeah. Just what is it? Frameworks. Angular. So JavaScript based could be just some kind of API system that they're writing from into a database or something. I don't know. Angular it is. I mean, Angular is it's almost like a dying framework. Sorry to any Angular developers out there, but I think all the other ones have kind of surpassed it by now. I'm surprised. I guess I'm not surprised that MySpace is still using it, actually. So that's where MySpace is. Let's get back on MySpace. We should be streaming to MySpace so we could fix this problem.
I don't know. Seems so what's like a legacy thing that really why go back? There's so many like newer ones out there that people are on.
Yeah. And then Flickr. We all remember Flickr with that was one of the first ones that did the missing letter, I think. Remember? Like a lot of them came out.
I know them for photos.
Yeah, that's what they're all for.
Yeah.
Flickr, photos, web design. Maybe we can get all our stock photos here. Oh God. Looks like everything. This is what happened to Flickr. Remember, it used to be like.
Yeah, it looks really crazy. It used to be like real images. There's no like these ads. There were actual photos of things. I mean,
could be what I'm searching too. I'm like, how do I spell avocado? Yeah, it's very stock photo-y now, huh?
Yeah, less real.
Pretty wild. Yeah, so happy social media day. We are still here and businesses should be here. on social media to stay relevant, but it's not the, like I said, the end all be all. For some businesses, it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. Yeah, you could be just have a website and no integration. But I did want to share some other things about social media integration that we deal with on a daily basis. Let me
Yeah, there's been a lot of clients that they have a huge following on social media, and if it's working for you and that's where your community is, then there are ways to integrate that with your website, and specifically talking about WordPress and being able to show posts on your page. So we recently did an integration for one of our clients where it now shows the TikTok posts.
Yeah, this is Frankenfly art. He's a cool dude. He makes art out of
Real butterfly wings.
and it says right here, art with real butterfly wings. But he's all about, let's see where I put that. He's all about social media, which he should be. You know, he's a talented guy. He plays guitar, obviously, but his main thing, I don't know what his main thing is, but I know
Well, his main thing is his art and being able to share his art. But a lot of creatives have multiple channels. So he also does music, and then he also goes and does workshops with the community. And this is where we kind of created this site for him to be able to display his art, because that's really what he's trying to promote.
Yeah, he has a whole collection that's on this Fine Art America, but we've been taking the photos internally, and you can click through. You don't not kind of you can actually click through. You can view them, you can purchase them, and go right through the site. But really, we integrated social media throughout the site, so all the stuff that he posts out there automatically updates the site. So it's almost like new content that gets refreshed. It's not getting indexed per se by Google, but is it? I don't think it is. But it is showing you right there without me having to go click and say, is this person relevant today? I will know by just a scroll and a hover that things are pretty legit. You know, that's one way. Even if you have social media and they're just out there, even if you have those little buttons, which most sites do, like at the bottom of this one, like view us on Facebook, whatever, seeing it without having to make that click is cool.
Yeah, and you can see there's different plugins that you can use, and it can show either the first row, or you can have multiple rows showing the posts. There are all different ways to do that, but most commonly we've done integrations with Instagram, TikTok, Twitter even, and usually putting that on a specific page. Sometimes it's a home page, sometimes it's a page dedicated to some social event that they want to share. So it's all possible to do, and it also creates an extra layer of showing your audience what you're working on and what you're doing.
Yep.
So it is it's possible to definitely integrate that social media with your website and make it
Yeah, you can embed everything too, especially with WordPress. You can actually drop in just a URL for a post. So say it's a LinkedIn post. WordPress will, it's called unfurl it. So it'll take that URL and get the metadata for it and put it onto your site. Most things work. Things that you paste from some social media won't work with WordPress, but WordPress itself is an evolving system. So as time goes on, it's also open source. So anything that needs to be done has to be done by the community. So if you have a complaint, just join the open source team. Well, I was going to say, you just drop in a URL like YouTube, TikTok, and it'll create a box like this, which a lot of Wix and Squarespace, don't mark my words here, but I don't believe they do that kind of thing. So it's really helpful, especially if you're just doing a post and you're not a web person. You're writing a post about, hey, I'm this guy I play guitar, blah, blah, and he just pastes in a URL and it shows this, it's proof, it's social proof.
Yeah, and it'll even show how many people are interacting with it, how many likes, and gives it an extra modern look to whatever you're doing. Like, is it posts Yeah, I was gonna say pull up our site
Yeah, we do with
for the
YouTube.
live streams.
So, like, our site is set up where the latest, um, post live stream will just show. So there's a bunch of them. There's an archive of them, but it'll automatically pull the latest one from YouTube.
Yeah, so there's ways to do this with the website, and there's also a lot. It's a lot easier now to create a social post that's branded. There's tools out there. Canva, we've talked about that. Figma is an easy way to create a social post, and you can really bring in your colors and create consistent posts with these tools. And these tools are free, so it's easy to kind of get started when it comes to creating. I would say just your own brand style through social media. So
Yeah, these tools that we're talking about, Canva and Figma, and probably a lot others, are cool because you can set your branding, colors, and logo, and then throughout, can I use the word traverse again in another live stream? Throughout all your projects, those branding styles traverse. Watch me look up the definition. It'll be like,
I mean, it has nothing to do with what you've been saying.
I'm just gonna look it up right now. Traverse. What's up with this word? It's not even a word.
Traverse.
To travel across. Yeah.
See, I told you it reminds me of
you
like
say
time
space
travel or something, like space.
Yeah, it is pretty much that. Traveling across space and time.
So Tony's, I don't know where you heard this word, but it's been saying it every day for the last 2 weeks. So
yeah, and before that too, not even on these live streams. I felt like on calls and stuff with clients or whatever, I would use the word traverse.
We might have to what is it called when you put away a word? What is it called? Yeah, we might have to sunset this word soon. I'll give you like maybe 5 more times to use it, but I think after that,
getting banned from using the word. I'll try
just
not
for
to.
a period of time.
I know. I don't know why it pops out. It's like the things that I explain always have to do with this word. I could just use something else. But what I was saying.
Let's do 5 times.
Okay.
And take a break for 30 days.
Like a cleanse, a detox.
Yeah, traverse, and then we'll bring it back.
I know. What was I saying though? Like it traverse, whatever it was.
I don't know. I got distracted from the word.
Yeah, me too. See, maybe that's why I shouldn't use it.
It'll distract.
You like the background?
Yeah.
I think we should do this more often where it kind of says the day, and not to add another step to the intro Figma process.
Yeah, I like it. It's all hearts, thumbs ups. Maybe someone will love us right now. That's a heart.
Hello, anybody?
It's
that Sunday crew.
Yeah.
Very, very low participation. Yeah, it's Sunday the 30th. Tomorrow's July.
Wait, is today the awards?
Oh, today is the that's my Run DMC.
Yikes.
Thank you. Was it
Run DMC? No.
Yeah,
they are tonight. The BT Awards.
Yeah, it's my favorite. One of my.
Megan the Stallion is performing.
Yep. Megan Ice Spice. Gunna. Trippie Redd.
I don't know where all the lineup is, but
I can look it up. Here. Get it open.
Nominees. Oh, there's a whole site. I wonder if this is WordPress.
Oh,
wait, Beyonce's gonna be there?
Yeah. Let's see. Share.
Country Beyonce.
This ain't Texas. Hi. Ain't no hold on.
Who likes country Beyonce? Anybody?
Glorilla. I like Glorilla ever since that stopping by the cops video.
Yeah, there was a live video of her getting pulled over. She was all like decked out from the club. I guess she did a performance, and she's like asking the police officer, do you know who I am? Yeah. And she's like, no. And then she's like asking her, who are you? And she's like, well, I'm going to get arrested anyways. Does it even matter? So she never even told her who she was, but she went through a series of DUI, drills, and she passed. Like, we watched her, she passed everything, but she still got arrested at the end of the day.
Yeah, she was like, "Why you taking me in after all?" She passed the test, like, the walking and
Yeah, she walked in a straight line, she stood up
yeah,
on the left, she stood up on the right, she passed it, and
yeah.
they still sent her away due to
So,
the other context clues that there was
yeah.
something going on in the car, but
Yeah, that's true.
she was a good sport, though.
She really was.
She
So
was
hopefully
respectful to the police, and she followed the rules, and I guess she's performing. That's what she got out of it.
Larua. I like her. She has, like, the deepest voice. Ice Spice.
Well, did you know, is she the one that's related to, what's her name?
Who?
Cardi B?
Yeah.
Cousins to Cardi
Oh,
B?
maybe, I don't know.
Or Cardi B's her aunt or something like that? Are they related?
Biological cousins.
Yeah, they're cousins. I
Yeah,
found that out
claims that they're
this year.
cousins, Billboard. Huh, that's crazy.
Anyways, this is our pop news for the weekend.
Pop news.
We'll be
Ice Spice,
watching the BET Awards tonight.
Lotto, Lauryn Hill, still around.
Lauryn Hill.
Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know who that is. Muni Long, Sexy Red.
I like Muni Long. She has some really good songs.
Still like R&B kind
Is
of.
she the one that sang Hours?
Oh, maybe.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that song. That's a good song. Check it
Yeah,
out.
that's a good song. Shabuzi, I've heard of him. Tanner, who's this? Beyonce lookalike.
Yeah.
Is this the water one?
Yes.
I like that song. Victoria Monet, YG Marley.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of women,
Yeah,
like,
it's mostly women,
lineups,
huh?
mostly women.
Even the Doja Cat nominee.
This is,
One time, I critiqued SZA, and then I got the hell
canceled.
from the SZA crew. They're like doxing me. I was just saying that she was going all crazy. And I was like, she has a great voice, but why is she like going overboard? I don't remember who I associated with her, but they didn't like that. Anyways, I'm still not really a fan. Less. Yeah, so it should be a good show. What time is it on? 9:00?
9, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, can we see what they're working with here? Is it WordPress?
Let's do your trick.
And I want to see what their page speed score is.
They have a lot of stuff. Doesn't look like WordPress. Unless I'm going to ARP2 words, fonts, SVG. Nope. Let's see. I like to usually I just look at this. Looks custom or Drupal. No, it's not Drupal. There's not enough code for that. Let's see. Built.com. As I spell it wrong. Framework. Java. Perl. It looks like a more server-based website, which are good if you have a site that you really want to be stable and always work and always be fast. I honestly do think that these kind of low-level Python, maybe using Django or Java, I guess, they're pretty tight for websites, even though we always think of stuff in PHP or whatever.
Let's see what the PHP score is.
Yeah, it's probably pretty good. I'm gonna just guess page speed, which would be a 2. Failed. Doing good here. Let's see. We have our Starbucks. We're not gonna have Starbucks the rest of this week.
Yeah, we've been on a Starbucks marathon kick here, but we'll have to take a break because it's kind of expensive after a while.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Yeah, we have a machine here, so we can really just make it, but it's all about the experience. I'm not having to make your own coffee.
It tastes so good. Yeah, we make our own coffee. Raina does fancy lattes. We roast our own beans. So we don't need to be going out.
Wow, it's taken some time, huh?
Oh, 30. Never mind. Forget what I said about. I mean, it doesn't all one
They have
thing
ads,
doesn't
so think about it. They got ads on
yeah,
there. Like it adds all these extra time.
30 seconds of main thread work. Something must be wrong on their site. BT, what's going on? Oh, look, and they have this humongous. Oh, that's the paint. I don't know. It's not that good though. What's their desktop? 32. At least their SEO is okay. BET, what's going on? What is going on with these bigger sites, honestly? I know, like we said, they don't need to be.
Does it seem
But-
fast though? It does.
Yeah, it's true. I'm just refreshing it. I can't tell. Like we could probably test. You know, on the inspector, this is pretty cool. You can test responsiveness, but you can also say there's throttling and say that you're on a bad mobile connection. So when you load it, it loads it like you are on a bad mobile connection in terms of the speed. See how these things are loading slower. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you knew that.
No.
I never use it because I'm like, well, if you're on a bad mobile screen, we usually we optimize for everything. So to test it is kind of redundant. And that we make everything WebP images, we minify scripts, we do all that. All right, enough beat.
Yeah.
Excited for it though. So we better wrap this up because we have a
We gotta go catching Pokemon.
and
There's a
thing.
class locally here that are teaching how to play the Pokemon game,
for us.
and we're trying to learn as parents. No, we're taking our son there. So
Yeah, I was telling her, I said, do you remember the game Magic? She doesn't know the game Magic though, but
what about those? Remember what I remember is that in the 90s, I think it's called pegs, the little circle pogs. I always get it pogs.
Like, yeah,
We had so many pogs, and we used to like throw them up. And I don't really remember the game, but it was a whole thing where you collected pogs.
yeah, you like flip them.
Yeah, it was so fun. So
Remember-
I guess this Pokemon even was in the 90s, so it like came back, you know?
Yeah, our son earlier, our son said, "Are we gonna go to the Pokemon thing?" Pokemon. All right. Well, we're off there, so got to catch them all. Got to catch you later. So we'll be back Monday morning, July 1st, with a official 3-tone digital start of the week kickoff.
All right. I hope everyone has a beautiful day and enjoy your Sunday.
Have a great one.